Welcome to Kiki and Kevin's Love After Lockup edition. Hey, girl, hey. I'm here with Mary Kruger, see?
Hey, girl, hey, Brianna Blase, how are you?
I'm just okay.
Just okay.
Yeah.
I feel ya.
I give it like a strong, like, C minus. How about that?
A B minus? Okay.
No, C minus.
Oh, C minus. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a windstorm. My dog got out, like, you know.
Yeah.
It's going off the rails. Anyway, how are you, Mary Kruger?
I'm hanging in there, girl. As always, hanging in there.
Anyway, love after love.
Unlike these couples, oh my goodness.
What a hot mess. I feel like, well, it's not like we haven't seen this coming, that Rick did not get what he ordered when he got ready. That she's been playing him.
It's kind of like that meme,
Nicole.
You know, what you ordered on Wish and what you actually got.
Exactly. This is another like Deontay and Nicole situation where like she comes out of prison, but actually her girlfriend is who she's in love with.
Right.
And here we go again. Kay's like at dinner, Thanksgiving dinner on a phone. Like, I'm surprised that she didn't like prop her up in like a seat, you know?
Propped up against a box with her own plate of food in front of her.
So creepy, weird.
But first,
so is this person out though? This is, or is she still in jail?
She's still in jail. Kay is still in jail.
Okay, I was wondering because she said she has to go to work, which sounded like she was not in jail.
Right, but probably like prison work.
Prison work, yeah.
Yeah.
So what were you gonna say before I so rudely interrupted you?
It's okay.
You were like, but wait.
First of all, Ramona shows up with the green bean casserole.
Right. I forgot that woman's name. I have just like Ray's friend in the notes.
Good old Ramona shows up with the green bean casserole. And Radine's like, I like you.
Right, but she does not like Radine.
No,
because she likes Rick extra special much. I wonder if she's seen Ray's impressive equipment that he showed off to the camera people. So fucking crazy.
I'm
Rick's
sure
like, I thought we were monogamous. So
oh god,
they slept together.
And that was just uncomfortable for me to even think about. Just those teeth, Brianna. I mean, trying to kiss her, and they're like sharp, like baby shark teeth, right?
I don't know. I didn't notice that. It just looked to me like she had a giant cavity in front.
Yeah,
I don't know. Whatever it is, I do not find her to be very attractive, but he is no prize either. So whatever.
No, so I guess they're two
but also he was very sweet in bed.
Yes, very attentive. He knew what he was doing, apparently.
Yeah,
good to know.
How'd you like at dinner when she says he knew I was gay and Dad's like bisexual? And she's whatever. So she thinks of herself as gay.
Yes, exactly.
And then she's like, it's been 5 years since I've slept with a guy. So see, I feel like, call me crazy, but my definition of gay, if you're gay, you don't sleep with guys at all.
Right.
A gay woman.
Right, exactly.
I mean, whatever. Do you?
I don't know, Radine.
I don't know either.
Her prison nickname is Chicken Balls.
Yeah, Chicken Balls.
Chicken Balls.
Because of the story how she made chicken balls and turned a manila envelope into an air fryer with her bullet. I was like, these people in prison are creative,
aren't they? I would have never thought of something like that.
I purposely wouldn't have. I mean, but they all like make makeup from like brick shavings and stuff. It's really bizarre. They get really fucking creative. Good for you, girl. Good for you. Chicken balls.
chicken balls.
But I think Ramona's pissed because she's
Ramona
like,
does not like her. I mean,
wonder
because
why.
first of all, she's taking her man,
Yeah,
because we
right.
all know Ramona wants him.
Yeah,
And Ray Dean's playing Rick.
big time. And he said sex was 12 on a scale of 1 to 10. So let's move on to Indy and Harry.
Yes. Our
And
favorite
in
couple.
case you missed it, Yolanda 2.0, which is Indy's sister, Yolanda Jr., except they don't say that for girls. Anyway, Indy's sister, Yolanda 2.0, and Harry are having like an Instagram war. So Mary did a special report.
Yeah, so check it out,
about-
guys.
Yeah, check it out. I abandoned her to it because I was like, whatever. For me. Anyway, more interesting is poor little Nakoa.
I
who's
know,
like,
she
"Where's
was looking
Poppy
for her Poppy
Daddy?"
Daddy.
So he like straggles in at 10 a.m. and Indy is pissed.
And he's
really
like, good
pissed.
morning. And she's like, good morning. I'll fucking show you good morning.
She's mad.
He's
And
mad.
she's nice. She's pretty nice even when she's mad. Like when I'm mad, I am not that nice. I'm like,
Not at all.
motherfucker.
There's a lot of
I'll kill
F-bombs
you.
here when I'm mad.
Yeah, and if you don't believe us, just read the articles people have written about us.
Exactly. The barrage of
That one where
F-bombs.
amidst a barrage of F-bombs,
Yes.
he kid that
Oops.
sells.
Sorry.
Wait, what did you fucking say? I don't know
Yeah.
what the fuck
Was that
you
my
said.
fucking
You
fault?
said, motherfucker. Yeah, fucking yeah. Exactly. Anyway, so she won't even hug him.
No.
And he explains that he was drinking, he was smoking, he was so like everything he's not supposed to do on parole.
And then he's like, what are you, my PO?
No, but you're gonna soon be back in jail, Mr. Harry.
Thank you, Mr. Harry.
He said he changed in the halfway house, and I guess that was the point where he fucked some other chick and made a baby.
And he's like, so what? So what?
Yeah,
Are
he's
you
like,
fucking kidding-
I cheated. So what? Okay. You're right. You're right. You've got a great point. So what?
I never spent the night with another girl.
Oh, well, that makes a huge difference. You just
Exactly.
made a
I was like,
baby.
what the fuck?
This guy's a little punk. He really
He
is.
is. He's a little punk, and I'm going to state my very humble opinion. Indy is way too good for him.
I agree.
Indy may be young and dumb in a lot of ways, but she
She's
is.
watching this right now.
I know she is, and she knows what I mean.
You're not dumb.
Indy knows what I mean. Dumb when it comes to love, because we all have been there.
We say naive, okay?
I say dumb. Okay.
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 Tell her
Because we
like it
get
is.
blinded by certain things when
Yeah.
we're young and dumb and in love. And you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Yes, I do. I
Okay.
have the kid to prove it.
Exactly. So, okay.
But she
So,
reminds him, but we're spiritually married. You
Right.
broke your commitment. I get the feeling he does not feel that he's spiritually married or married in any other respect.
exactly. And there is barely a commitment in his mind to Indy.
How did she get this so wrong? I mean, I guess one of the sisters thinks that she's desperate.
Yes.
And I'm shocked. Like, why would she be desperate? I mean, she's a very
Exactly.
sweet girl. She's
She
very
is.
beautiful. She's very sweet.
She's smart. I mean, she writes. She
Yeah.
has brains.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't really get it. But then all of a sudden I found myself feeling sorry for Harry. Because he starts having this reunion with his family.
Right. And he starts talking.
story.
Right. You
Yeah,
get the
exactly.
backstory about the
Right.
abuse with the stepdad
Right,
and all
the
that stuff.
stepfather. He has a
Mhm.
scar on his forehead that he
Right.
had to tell his mom he fell off a bunk bed.
Right.
Like, and the mother was obviously being abused, and she was never home because she's just trying to make money to feed her children. That was some heavy stuff. And
Yeah.
you start to realize that, like, people. I mean, I actually had a moment where I was like, and he's like, that kid deserves better. I grew up without a dad. You grew up without a dad, mom. These kids are getting fucked. And like, he's right. Like, the cycle has
He
to
is
stop.
absolutely right. He is
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Unfortunately, he is not grown up enough to make
I
that
was
happen.
just about to say that
Right.
but he's not in any position financially, physically, or mentally to do that.
No, exactly. And he shouldn't get married, and he definitely shouldn't be a father. So he went into prison as a teenager, and like he says, he came out not much older. And the truth is, he acts like a teenager.
Yes, he
totally
does.
not ready for any
No.
of these things at all. He just wants to party. He's gonna end up right back in jail.
Yeah,
I mean, that's my feeling.
Yes, he is.
He says he's overwhelmed. I completely believe it.
Yes, I get that. I get that he's overwhelmed. Just got home, like he was saying, a lot of voices talking at him. I get all that. But, you need to put your big boy pants on, Harry, and decide which path you're going to take. The path right back to jail or the straight path.
Yeah. I mean, so like this whole thing where they go off in the car and he insists on driving and he has no license and he gets pulled over. Like, I was like, oh my God. First of all, I was kind of dying that she's dragging him to a psychic. He's like,
okay. And she was dragging him to a psychic because
Anairis wasn't a baby.
Right. She wasn't available.
What's that like? What's it like when you hire Anairis and she doesn't show up? Because that happened to us twice.
Yes, exactly.
Literally, we were supposed to interview Anairis, and we even paid her for a reading. Sorry, I'm taking myself off. That's why I'm leaning over. And we paid her for a reading, and the first time what was it? Oh, she just found out 10 minutes before she had to move or something.
Yes, like a half an hour before. Yeah, she was like moving. It was a last minute move. She couldn't predict her own move.
Could not predict it. And the second time, her whole family was sick and she slept throughout the entire day and woke up after the interview.
Exactly. Like an hour and a half after the interview.
Right. And my whole point is, really, Indy needs a better psychic.
Yes, she does.
Maybe she was good at one point, but like
no. There's something wrong with her psychic energy. It's clogged. Right.
It's all off. Yeah.
Yes, it's all locked.
Yeah. But my favorite line of the episode goes to Harry when he said, Stevie Wonder can see that I come from a bad neighborhood. You don't need Scooby-Doo and company to solve that mystery. I was like, it was pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking funny. That was.
So, but like, he gets pulled over and he just remains completely composed. And it's like, he's like, I just know you can't just like act weird around cops. And then like, she just hands over her license. And I'm thinking, how does that work?
And not for nothing, he did say, wow, I will run if I have to. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Indy's daughter is in the back seat. You are not running from the police.
I know. And he's on camera, like,
yeah, like, are you fucking kidding me?
He's a punk. He really is. It's so funny. And it's like, he's like, I'm being policed more out here than I was in the halfway house. Okay, or in jail. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like, come on, please.
But then he gets completely upset because they wrote down that he was white.
White on the ticket. I know.
None of the rest of this part bothers him, but they call him white.
And his boxers got all of the twist over it, I swear.
Got his knickers and twist over it.
Gosh.
That was pretty funny. I was laughing.
Speaking of getting knickers and a twist, Kayla and Martel.
MJ.
Kayla and Martel.
He's a mess. It's not going to last for more than 5 seconds.
Oh, Lord. So first she's meeting his mom, right? She's meeting his mom, and she's like, do you think he's going to cheat on me? Now, Brianna, if some chick, asks you, do you think your son is going to cheat on her. Would you honestly answer that?
Yes, I would.
You would?
Yeah, of course.
I would take the fifth, honestly.
I wouldn't because I would protect the chick. I would. I'd be like, he's sort of a ladies' man, and I just don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, something neutral like that, I would probably say, or take the fifth. Or I would say, well,
Yeah.
you know him. What do you think? Like flip it back on her. I would not throw my son under the bus and look at a girl and say, girl, he's going to play you left and right. Run.
Yeah, only who's doing that? The mother of
Lacey and
yeah,
Antoine.
yeah. I don't have their names all down yet. She wasn't on this episode, but
But she's drunk all the time, so she's just spitting truths.
But who tells the truth? Drunks and
small children. Thank you.
Yeah, I think you said that to me earlier today.
Yes, I did.
Now I'm quoting you to yourself.
Oh,
anyway, it's
God.
sad. Like both her parents died, and it sounds like they were both ill, and she took care of them, and that was heavy. And this
that is
like
heavy, right?
Yeah, the mom's doing a nice job, like being there for her, which is
right.
Sweet.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but she tells like the cameraman she's not sure if he'd be faithful. I don't trust that motherfucker.
I know. I don't trust that motherfucker
not even
either.
a little bit.
No way.
So shady. He's shadier than Billy. That's all I have to say.
So he goes home to her for 2 days. And this is where it all
we see his true colors in 5 seconds.
It all
I'm like, oh my God. So okay. So let's see. So he gets so mad, right? Because first of all, there's just so much to unpack here.
Exactly.
He's like, when was the last time you cooked? She says last night. He's like, well, you should have cleaned up your mess. And later they show the stove, and she's like, do you see this? I was making potatoes. What there is on there is flakes, like potato buds. I'm like, okay, so she's not only like she's making potatoes out of a box.
I know, exactly. First of all. Second of all,
that's the part that I'm most upset about.
That stove wasn't even that dirty.
It really wasn't. She could have gone, and it would
exactly, and it would have been gone. Okay,
right.
That stove was not dirty. I've seen worse. Trust me, girl. Okay,
mine right now is worse.
Okay,
right this minute.
And then he's like, "Oh, you didn't do.
You didn't fold your clothes.
Done a load of
laundry." And she starts getting pissed.
Like a motherfucker. I have been holding you down for 13 years, and that's the first thing you say to me when you walk into my apartment. Your stove is dirty and you didn't do your laundry.
Yeah, right. Not like, thank you so much for renting this place for us.
All right. No, I love the place.
He's a prince. He's a real prince.
Yes, he's a
He's a
I don't like him. I don't like him either.
I don't like him either. And it's gonna go horribly wrong. I just say Kayla can run right now.
Yes.
Look at his face. He's shady as a motherfucker. He is shady. He looks wasted in all of his little confessionals. I don't trust him. I think I don't trust women him all over the place. No, ma'am.
Nope.
Do you think she's gonna leave? He's literally having someone come pick him up because she's a slob.
I know. I hope so, but she's probably not.
Yeah, I mean, she tells her cousin, she's like, if he's not grateful, he can't have me.
I mean, but 13 years, she's stuck by him for 13 years. I don't know. We'll see. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah. All right. So let's move on to Tayler and Chance.
Yes.
Now, Tayler, we're not going to make any determinations about her intelligence level whatsoever. But I will say she's a very lovely young woman.
Yes, she is.
We interviewed her last week. You can
She's
watch
very
the interview.
sweet.
Yeah. Check out the interview and then you can decide.
Yes. You could have your own opinion and decide what
She
you
has a
think.
lot of certifications.
Yes.
Okay.
Let us know what you think.
Let us know what you think.
Please do.
Anyway, so but Bobby is not getting along with Chance, and I cannot imagine why, because
Me
that man
either.
is charming.
Isn't
He's a
he?
breath of fresh air.
Right?
Jesus Christ, he's terrifying.
He's such a role
Terrifying.
model for those girls, isn't he?
Oh, he seems like a bad dude. All these guys are just like scary. This guy,
Yeah, they
is
are.
scary.
They
These are
are.
not nice men on this season. Like usually I'm always like, sometimes the person on the outside is obviously like way,
Right. Right.
less or more together than the other one. And I'm not saying they're not, but in this case, all the cons seem like bad effing news for real. See how I said effing because I'm not polite.
Bad
Anyway, but
fucking news.
That's what I was. Oh my goodness, they said the F word. It's a barrage of F bombs.
Yeah, it's a barrage of F-bombs.
Yeah. So anyway, Bobby and Chance are not getting along.
Yes, I wonder why. And they ordered pizza, and he flips the fuck out because Tayler doesn't want a bite of his pizza. And even
know,
her
who
daughter,
cares?
was like, well, maybe she's not hungry.
I know. Like, what's the big deal? Why do you care?
And he just
He's
like,
like, well,
flipped
it's
the fuck
8 o'clock at night. I know he flipped out, but see, that's the sign to me of someone who's like a fucking abuser, where if
As
they
Rick
cannot
would
control,
As Rick would say, red flag, red flag, red flag,
red flag, red flag, red flag, right? Exactly. He's like, he wants to control everything she does.
Yes.
That's scary. I don't like it.
I don't
He's
like it either.
scary.
He is
Yeah, and she's-
scary.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't know. And then he's like yelling, but she doesn't want him to yell around the kids. And then he seems like he calms down or whatever. But
Right. But then
I don't
he's
know.
listening to her and Bobby talk.
Was he? I couldn't tell if he was or if it was just the way it looked with the edit.
Yeah. And I think part of the way he's acting is because he's jealous of Taylor's relationship with her sister, because he wants Taylor all to himself.
Because that's what abusers want.
Exactly.
So that they can gaslight the shit out of you. He cannot gaslight her when Bobby's there speaking truth.
Exactly.
And he does not he seems like a dangerous, bad man with a bad temper. And he just looks like if he really exploded, he could be dangerous.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
So he was having a fit over her having pictures of her ex, Jake.
Well, I mean, she starts by saying, who are all these women?
Right.
What's going on with your ring
I don't
light?
know. It keeps going off. I'm having technical difficulties.
This is the theme. Anyway, so she sees that he has tons of women's numbers written down. And he's like, I have 38 first cousins. We talked to her about this in the interview. And she's like, well, he does actually have a whole lot of
first cousins, right?
She's met with them. I don't know.
But I think there's a big difference between having a list of female numbers and her having pictures of her dead fiance, who happens to be the father of her two oldest children.
Right. And so there's this whole exchange where he's like, it seems like maybe she's not over him yet. And maybe she isn't. I don't know. But it's like it does seem like a special circumstance,
Yeah, it is. Yes, to me that's a special.
But also her face looked like she really isn't over him either. I have to say that. But I mean, what are you gonna do? Life goes on, right? And when people die, it doesn't mean that like you should never fall in love again or whatever.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But he's just, I don't know. I think he makes this fucking gross comment where he's like, he was dating all these women, and 15 of the girls wanted to be in a relationship with him, and they didn't have kids, and they didn't have bills, and they didn't have a mattress on the floor, and I chose
Tayler. You. Right. And I chose you.
Well, thanks, motherfucker.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, right. Jesus.
Like,
And
go,
he
go
wants to make
fuck
sure
off.
there's a time when his face will be on the wall. Earn it,
Mhm.
bitch. That's what I
Exactly.
say. Earn your place. Because it just does not seem like, I don't know. Like I said, Taylor, she seems she says she's assertive. That's what she told us. She seems vulnerable to me and I'm concerned. Like that's,
Yes.
and I
Same
hope he
here.
doesn't hurt her, because he
Right.
just seems like he could hurt somebody.
Yeah, he does.
All right, so let's talk about the funniest fucking love triangle in history, where this woman is basically dating twins from other mothers.
Yeah, I
Like,
swear.
what the hell? This was so funny. This was hilarious.
And they're
Kevin and
insulting each
Kurtis are
other.
like separated at birth.
Birds, okay, insulting each other on their looks, their fashion,
Their height.
their height, when they're the
I
same
know,
fucking
Kurtis,
height. Okay.
They both have their hats turned backwards. They have the same beard. Maybe Kurtis is like an inch taller than Kevin.
Okay.
I was like, what? I felt like I was being punked by production. On
Yes,
this
me
one.
too.
I was like, these people have to be actors because, like, that's like you and me getting in the same room and being like, "You're short, bitch," and you being like, "Well, you're short, bitch." It's like, okay, well, I'm an inch taller than you, Mary Krueger.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. So what? Like, that's like somebody would fucking crack up and think we were lying, like just like making it up.
Right, trolling, like
What the hell? And she just walks right past Kevin. Tiffany comes out. Tiffany's very attractive. What did she do? Drug offense? Some kind of
yes,
drug offense?
yes, a drug offense.
Yeah.
She walks right out. She walks right past
She ignores
Kevin.
him. She's just like, hi, and keeps walking. I was like,
walks up to Kurtis, tells Kurtis she has more stuff, and then goes to the production van and sits in the production car. Says, I can't deal with this.
oh, it's pretty crazy.
It was pretty crazy. It was pretty
And
crazy.
I really thought Kevin could not be more offensive until I saw this scene, and I was like, this guy's gross. Like, why? First of all, how does a man like him turn out to be such a ladies' man? I'm like, what does Kayla see in him? Why is she stalking him like this? This is stupid. Like, this is not a person to stalk.
Paige
Like,
and
literally.
Kayla. Paige and Kayla, call us.
She like,
Oh, sorry,
yeah.
it's Sunday. They're probably watching 90 Day Fiance. It's their day.
So in the preview, they make it look like Kevin kicks Kurtis like in the stomach or some shit, and he ends up on the pavement.
Yes.
Is that what you saw? Because
Yes.
sometimes they
Yeah.
play with you, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, I also wasn't sure. So it sounded like what she was saying, which she asked Kurtis to pick her up because he was a friend. Do you think that is the truth? Like maybe Kurtis is deluded and she's not into him that way at all.
No.
You think
No.
she's into him, so she
No,
just
I
chose him at
think-
the last
no.
minute.
I think that she's making Kurtis think that she's into him. Kurtis is not deluded.
Okay,
I
that
think
was my
she's-
question.
Right, yes.
Yeah, so she's probably playing both these fools.
Yeah, she is playing both of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, and she just figured that he was the right one to get the ride from. But they knew each other. Didn't that
I know.
surprise you?
Yes, yes.
They probably all went to the same high school or
I
some
bet you
shit.
they did. I bet you they all went to the same high school.
Ew. You know what? This is
What,
feel like
Brianna Blase? Talk to me.
I feel like casting made some odd choices in this season. Like literally no one is likable at all. They're not even charming. Like none of these people, like none of these men, they're
Are charming. No,
disgusting.
they are.
None
They
of
are
them
disgusting. They are.
Yeah.
That I totally agree with. They are disgusting.
Yes, all the men on this cast are disgusting.
I give up on my ring light, Brianna. I really do.
Well, I was hoping you'd give up like 20 minutes ago. I'd be like, just sit in the dark there, Mary
I'm
Krueger.
sitting in the dark, Brianna. That's it. I give up.
I know we've had a lot of technical difficulties. I'm gonna cut the part out where your face froze.
Well, you could just leave a little part of it in.
It's pretty funny though. Anyway, okay. Well, any last words or last thoughts? I feel like my IQ dropped about 5 points.
Yeah,
this,
mine
that's all
too.
it is.
I totally agree with you. This is not a very likable cast this season.
No,
Not
really
likable at
not.
all.
Not like last season was a lot. Like we were laughing our asses off watching Ty. Like there's just and Gabby. Like these
Right.
last season.
See,
I loved the people on the outside. They were cool and interesting.
yeah, they
And
were
the
cool
weird
and
girl
interesting.
was also Tayler, right? With the hair.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
Tayler. Yes.
Even her, like I enjoyed watching those people. So far, I'm not enjoying these people.
I'm
at
not into
all.
yeah.
It's sad and scary and fucked up. Anyway, thanks for listening if you got this far. Maybe we're not at our best, but if you go check out our interview with Kenny and Armando from 90 Day Fiance and also Tayler from Tayler and Chance, I
Yes.
feel like we are at our best.
Yes, we are at our best. And my ring light
Yeah.
doesn't keep turning off every 5 seconds.
Yeah, and no windstorms like froze.
Mhm.
Or yeah. Anyway, thanks to everyone for tuning in and watching us.
Yes,
And,
thank
we
you.
love ya.
We
And
love you
don't forget
guys.
to tune in for Mary's 90 Days in 900 Seconds.
Yes.
Always amazing. She's always hilarious. Ring light or no ring light. And
I want to try to fix this damn thing.
It's all right. God's telling you something.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, see y'all back here next time. Bye.
Bye.